Hi guys, welcome back, and my name is Kit Marie, and I'm with another YouTube video. So what I'm doing today is just the July monthly recap that we all know and love. I only have 14 movies to get through, and one of them is a TV show, so yeah, another slow month, but yeah, let's just bring it right here, and let's just get started. Also, this is my first video with my nice highlights. It does look like some parts like really blonde and other parts aren't. Like you can't really see that much, but like I was blonde, you know? But yeah. So after we talk about my hair, let's get on with the video. So the first movie that I watched was Scooby-Doo. Basically the movie, they basically like, you know, like Daphne, Shaggy, Velma, Fred, and Scooby decide like they break up, and then they all go to this island to try and like figure out like what's going on with these people. I love this one. Yeah, I just thought this is an awesome movie. I do think that the unmasked thing was one kind of stupid and two kind of like you know who it is, I guess. But okay, so then the second movie is Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. This is them, I think it's like maybe 1 year later, something years later, and like all like the creatures that they amassed and defeated, they come back. Has Alicia Silverstone in it, which we all know and love her from Clueless. That's kind of all I have to say, and that was an 8 out of 10. I liked it. It was just kind of more just not my favorite, I guess. And then we have Becky, which these movies, I feel like not a lot happens in this one, and because I found out because I saw a clip of it on TikTok, so I went to go watch the trailer for The Wrath of Becky, which is the sequel, and that's when I realized, oh, they're the first one. So I feel like the first Becky, there isn't really like a lot that really happens, so you can watch the sequel, and if you just watch the trailer for the sequel, you'll find out exactly what happens in number one. But I did really enjoy it. It has Kevin James in it, so like really seeing him in this type of role. So about Becky and like her father and like his like girlfriend and the kid go to his lake house, and then like, Kevin James comes and she has to like very, very gory. I have to say the kills are like very what is the word? It's entertaining. So yeah, that was an 8.5 out of 10. And then I watched The Wrath of Becky, which I love. This is a couple years later. I think 3 years later, maybe. Yeah, but she is, I can't say it without spoiling it, but basically it's kind of like the same thing where it's also not like she has to go after these other guys, but they're in like this like terrorist group, so it does like get more in depth when more you watch it. So I'm like I was watching, I was okay. It is more like not as gory, and like stuff, it does take a while for like, stuff to actually happen, but it is like there's more story to it, which is kind of like why it does take longer, but I loved it. 9 out of 10. And then I watched Insidious: The Last Key, which this was awesome. I've like loved the Insidious franchise. I cannot wait to watch Insidious: The Red Door. This is a sequel to the prequel, and it follows Elise and like kind of like her childhood, which I feel like I do like how it did that. It was weird because like her dad played Will in Criminal Minds. It was like weird seeing him in that type of role. But I did enjoy it. But I do feel like the end, I just kind of like, I'm not going to spoil it, but I did really like it. So that was a 9 out of 10. And then I watched 1BR. This is kind of like a cult-y movie. It's about this girl, she like moves to this apartment, and then basically like, it's a cult thing. I don't really want to like say a lot without explaining it. It is like very, very slow. But it's like one of those movies where it has to be slow to actually like give you the full effect. I did really enjoy this movie. There are some scenes I'm like, holy crap. But yeah, and then if you guys watch, I'd love to talk about with you guys, like kind of explain like what you think of the ending, because that ending caught me off guard, but I liked it. So that was a 7.5 out of 10. And then I watched USO Cupid. This is a very low budget, very like It's got these girls, and I think they're seniors. And what happens is, like, they're basically Cupid's daughters. Then they both fall in love with this guy, and, like, he likes to both of them. So it was a really cool movie. Very cheesy. I remember being obsessed with this. Like, I'd watch it, and then I'd end it. Then switch to Legally Blonde. I finished that, switch to You're So Cupid. Like, I would, like, go between those two. But that was a 6 out of 10. And then I watched You Are Next. This was good. The acting wasn't the best. It was, I knew there was a twist, and I thought I knew it, but I was, like, completely wrong. I did really enjoy this movie. I want to rewatch it because I think I'll like it more if I watch it again. Yeah. Then it's weird because, like, I knew, like, because I saw the alternative ending before I watched it, but then I got confused thinking that was, like, the actual ending. So I want to watch it again. But it's a really cool movie. So it's, like, a girl and, like, her boyfriend, and they go to, like, a family event, and then what happens, like, these people come and, like, try to kill him, but then she kind of, like, turns the tables and, like, goes after them too. But it's really, fun fact, I think it was really long time ago. I was in 7th grade. I'm, like, not a senior, but I'm, like over a senior now. I don't want to do the math. But whatever year it was, someone made, like, a teaser trailer and said, like a trailer for You're Next, and said it was supposed to be, like, Wrong Turn 7 before, like, the remake came out. So I got really excited, and I thought it was going to come out because I'm, like, that gullible. And I called Walmart and asked them if they had it. So, yeah, fun fact. But that was an 8 out of 10. And then I watched Scary Movie 4. I don't know why I watch these movies, honestly. They just keep getting worse and worse. And I guess, like, that's supposed to. But it's like, these movies are really bad. It does make me want to watch The Grudge. It does make me want to watch The Village. The Saw stuff is, like, the only reason I actually watched it. So, yeah, but that's a 6 out of 10. And then we have Open Water. So this movie is, like, a shark movie. There's people, and it's also based on, like, a true story. Like, briefly about a true story. There's people, like, they go to, like, a scuba thing, but, like, they accidentally leave them. So, like, stranded at sea, and, like, the sharks come. It didn't feel like for me, personally, I didn't feel like they were in any danger. Because I like a shark movie, so I'm like, holy crap, the shark, and I get, like, anxiety for them. But, like, this one, I just didn't really feel like anything was going to happen. But if you read it, it's true story. Like, these people actually did get left out and stuff. And, like, in the movie, it was, like, the day after when they figured out that they left him. But in this was, like, a couple days or, like, a week after. So it's really sad. But that's a 6.5 out of 10. And then I rewatched She's Too Young. This movie is, like, it's about this girl, and I think she's in 9th grade, maybe. I think she's, like, 14. Is that 9th grade? I don't know, grades with ages. But she kind of, like, has, like, a group of friends, and they're very, I don't want to say the whores, but, like, they're very, like, can I even say this on YouTube? Basically, the whole movie is just, like, they're basically, like, they go and do stuff with men, and this whole, like, a case of syphilis goes around. So it gets, like, really sad. Just think this girl's, like, really good, but then she wants guys to like her. So, like, it's just, I think it's a very powerful movie about this stuff. And if you've seen Degrassi, he does have Emma in it, so his words in here, like, in that character. Also, if you've seen Degrassi, it's kind of funny because Emma gets syphilis twice. Well, at least the actor does. In the 2 movies, whatever. But that was, like, a really sad movie. I thought the ending was really sad, but I do feel like with the movie, if the ending had to be that ending. But it was a 9 out of 10. And then I watched American Carnage. I really didn't expect it much for this movie. I saw Jenna Ortega, and of course I love her, so I was like, I have to watch it. But it's like this girl's people, and they're not immigrants, but, like, a child of immigrants. So they end up, like, going to, like, this program, they take care of elderly, and it's like, if you complete this in 3 months, then, like, your charges will be dropped and your parents will be deported. But then more is not what it seems. I thought this movie was just a good, like, kind of, like, taste on, what's the word? I should know what this word is. I'm so dumb today. Immigrants, because I just said it. Like, I don't know, like, we should feel bad for them, honestly. Like, I'm not going to try and get into it, but it does get, like, a nice perspective out of it. And it does go somewhere which I did not expect it to go. And I liked it more than I expected to like it. That was an 8 out of 10. And then I watched Enola Holmes 2. It was in the beginning of the month, but I forgot to write it down. This movie, meaning to watch since I've actually seen it. It was good. It has Millie Bobby Brown and Enola Holmes. And this one, I think I like the story better than this one and the first one. But this one's like this sister goes missing, so they're trying to figure out like what happened to her. It gets really good. I do feel like it did drag on a little bit. I just feel like I also was really tired. But I was like, okay, movie, like, end. Like, I don't, But it was an 8 out of 10. And then I watched Panic, which is on Amazon Prime. It's a TV show, and it's 10 episodes. And I am obsessed with this show. Like, I am so sad that it got canceled after one season. And I feel like if Prime Video, like with what they're doing with like all these other shows, like Similar to Pretty, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, like if they actually like commercialized it or like made like I cannot think of words today. If they actually like advertised this show, it would have gone to good. So it's like a really good show, and like everyone I've talked to loved it. But about this like place in Texas, and it's like these graduates, like the summer of like the graduation, and they go and they compete in like this plane called Panic. It's like they're like dangerous activities, but they're also like, so they have to do that to win money to be able to leave the town. But that happened a year before is that 2 kids ended up dying from it. So they're having these like this one story, like this girl, and she's from Fear Street, the blonde or the redhead, I forgot her name. I loved her. But it has like one story like her and her friends like trying to compete in it. Then it has another story like the cops trying to figure out like what happened with the 2 kids that passed away. I think they know about the game now, so it's trying to stop the game. It is based off of a book, and the movie like it didn't end on a cliffhanger. It just ended where like kind of like Know What You Did Last Summer. It just ended like there was room to do more in another season. But I love this show. I'm gonna read the book, but I just feel like I'm not gonna watch this movie. I started at like 6 o'clock one night, and I kid you, I watched it, got up to episode 9. Then the next day, I watched last 2 episodes. So I was like obsessed with the show. It's like all they would do. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Also, if you guys have any shows, like Panic, Slasher, I Know What You Did Last Summer, not like super like long shows, because I kind of like the 1 season, like 2 season, like 10 episode shows. If you do have any shows, please let me know, because I need shows. Thank you.